What's going on with y'all boys? So like I said last video, if they had put out a full summary for the chapter, of course I would be here to cover it, and that's what they did today. They put it out. The past few chapters though, they had just been putting out a brief spoiler, and then they'll just drop the whole chapter. But sometimes they'll still put out a full summary, and that's one of those times. So of course I'm here to cover it. This summary is from Radon, and of course this specific tweet is from One Piece Spoilers, OP_spoilers 2023 on Twitter. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and run through this chapter. Little summary of the chapter by myself. This chapter is 15 pages long. This chapter is titled Battleship Bag. The reader request is Ace uses his fire to heat water for a Kababara bath. This chapter starts at the Marine base G1. Bernu is showing Django in full body the ruins of two huge battleships. Bernu explains that they are battleship bags, like sandbags, but they're actual ships. GARP uses them to precise his punches. Basically, he uses them to train. Bernu says that there are two ships because one of them was used by AOKIJI. GARP and AOKIJI had a special rule that they would never use haki or special abilities when they're punching these ships. So that just shows how strong they are. They're just raw punching these ships. Cut to the pirate island. GARP is still fighting the Blackbeard pirates. GARP has thrown San Juan Wolf into the sea. We don't see how he does it. We just cut to him already being in the sea. The Blackbeard's men try to help him out, of course, because he'll die if he drowns. Vasco shot spits fire at GARP using an attack called Heavy Drinker Furnace Flame. GARP blocks the attack using the Blackbeard pirate's beaten body as a shield. Then he throws the burning bodies around the burning town. He throws the bodies around, burning the city. This technique is called Pirate Fireballs. Like, he is him! He is him! He's him. That actually might be my favorite moment of the chapter besides the moment at the end, but we'll get there when we get there. We can see that the ship carrying Swords members and prisoners already off the coast, so they just left GARP, Kobe, and Groose. They just left them by themselves. They're so weird for that, but so they're fighting the entire island by themselves, and they're still holding their own. Like, that's actually, like, they're them. Like, they're them. I can't say him because it's not one person, but they're them. Groose asks something to GARP, asks GARP something, but it seems GARP doesn't hear it. Groose says, "GARP, am I the future Marine too?" Kuzan gets back up after GARP's blue hole attack from chapter 1081. GARP tells Kobe and Groose to run while he stops the entire pirate army by himself. Yo, like, if you didn't think he was him at this point, like, this whole chapter. Well, wait, let me just talk about that at the end. Kobe sees a woman that is being attacked by a pirate. When he tries to stop her, Kobe discovers he has been tricked by them. Because the woman is a pirate too, Shinoru, in his invisible form, appears and is about to stab Kobe, but GARP blocks the blade, and he gets stabbed instead. Similar to what happened with Whitebeard and Squad in Marine Ford. GARP grabs Shinoru and throws him to the ground while he's injured. He does this. Shinoru gets injured, but he starts laughing. Kobe says sorry to GARP, but GARP says Shinoru's aim was always to get him. GARP is weakened, so all the Blackbeard pirates continue to attack him. That's kind of the pirates they are, When a man's down, get him. According to Cross Guild, GARP's bounty is worth 3 crowns, which is 3,000 million berries. It's the same amount of the Marine Admirals. A new flashback begins. We see the first time GARP met Kuzan. This chapter doesn't say when it took place, but GARP looks very young, so they speculate. Radon speculates that this is before Roger's execution. Young Kuzan asks GARP to be his disciple, but GARP told Kuzan to go and train with the Marine instructors instead. Maybe GARP's talking about Z, Z from One Piece OMC. Yeah. But Kuzan refused and tried to intimidate GARP by punching the battleships like him. Intimidate. As days gone by, Kuzan's punch becomes stronger and stronger until the sound of his punch was as loud as GARP's. Over time, GARP was getting closer to Kuzan. GARP even complained about his family to Kuzan while they ate snacks together. "My son became a revolutionary, damn it, and my grandson said he would become a pirate, like I'd let him do that." Kuzan looked annoyed to GARP. Kuzan says, "What does that have to do with me?" Back to the present, Kuzan covers his hand with a technique called the ice glove. Then Garp and Kuzan punch each other in the face with haki, creating a huge explosion. We can see black lightning from this impact, with both of them being blown away. Avalo Pizarro brings two huge arms on from the island with his powers and is about to crush Garp's ship. At the end of this chapter, we see Garp lying on the ground bleeding. We don't see what happens to Kuzan. Garp talks with Kobe. Garp says, "Kobe, don't panic because justice will prevail." And that's where the chapter ends. Next week, color spread. There's a color spread to celebrate One Piece's 26th anniversary. So, it looks like Garp actually might die, but man, oh man, he went out like a champ. He went out with the most dignity. I'm not even mad about it. Of course, with One Piece, you never know what might happen. Because characters they look like they've died, but they come back. So you never know. Like if you see a dead body, that's when you assume nobody's dead until you see a dead body. That's what most people in the fandom do. But this might actually be it for him. But even if it is it for him, he went out like a champ. And Kobe, he's gonna it's a master disciple thing. So Garp's gonna die and Kobe will take over. But of course, with One Piece, like I said, you never know if someone's really dead. But it's really looking like it, and I won't even be mad if it's the truth. Like this chapter made Garp look really good, and of course they had to play the flashback before the big clash, of course, to get you more emotionally invested. Because they used to be, cool, and now they're fighting. Like we don't see what happens to Kuzan, but personally, when something like that happens, I think he's gonna end up surviving. I don't think he's going anywhere. And it's crazy because Garp he's really taking all of them on almost by himself. Like he went out like an absolute champ in this chapter. He's him. Man, if you didn't think he was him before this chapter, I don't know what you can say about him now. He's him. And what a great chapter to return on from the month hiatus with a big shocking event. What a chapter to return on. I can't wait to review it tomorrow. It should be coming out. I heard it was July 12th to 13th. So, of course, when it comes out, whatever day it comes out, I will be here to cover it. And that's all from me, and I'll see you on the review then.